All right, turning now to New York City politics.
Mayor Mamdani announcing new actions to uphold the city's sanctuary laws and protect immigrant New Yorkers.
Okay, Fox 5's Morgan McKay here now with the details. Morgan.
Hey, Steve and Natasha. So this executive order mostly just reaffirms the city's commitment to providing sanctuary protections to migrants. New York City sanctuary laws already ban ICE from entering city property without a warrant. This executive order details again what is considered city property, including parking garages, schools, shelters, and hospitals. It also orders agencies to audit their interactions with federal immigration authorities and creates an interagency response task force that will respond to any major federal immigration actions. Mamdani signed this executive order at an interfaith breakfast this morning, where he also took aim at ICE and said again it needs to be abolished. A Siena College poll released this week showed that a majority of New Yorkers polled view ICE unfavorably, and it's a message Democrats are hoping to use this election year.
ICE is more than a rogue agency. It is a manifestation of the abuse of power. And it is also new. It was founded only in 2002. 4 mayors ago, it did not exist. Its wrongs need not be treated as inevitable or inherited. In fact, we know that there is no reforming something so rotten and so base.
Now, this time last year, former Mayor Eric Adams used his time at the Interfaith Breakfast to deny that he would be resigning while he was in talks with the Justice Department to have his criminal charges dropped.
That seems like a long time ago, doesn't it, right?
It does.
All right, you've got a new episode of Politics Unusual tonight. Who are you talking to?
So we're talking to Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, who is running against Governor Kathy Hochul in the governor's race this year. We talked a lot about ICE and Nassau County's partnership with ICE when it comes to civil immigration enforcement, and also what he would do if he were to be elected when it comes to ICE activity here in New York. Also, we spoke about with 2 different groups about Governor Hochul's proposal to reform the state's environmental review process. It can hold up projects here in New York for years, and it really has stalled housing.
Yeah.
So we're going to dive deep into it.
Looking forward to the conversation. Morgan, thank you.